Welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be kind of like going through the concept of avatars, and we're using Gita for joyful living as like the source material to help us understand this a little bit better.
Okay.
Um, and what I found really kind of like fascinating was how it distinguishes between two types of avatars,
Yeah.
like ascending and descending avatars.
Oh, that's really interesting. It's a key distinction, I think. It gets to like the heart of how this material understands the nature of like existence and the journey of the soul and like where we fit in and all that.
And to lay the groundwork, the text uses this very specific analogy to describe the components of a human being.
Okay.
A mirror, its frame, and the Mercury backing.
Okay.
Can you kind of like elaborate on that and how it relates to the idea of avatars?
Sure. Yeah. So the mirror analogy, I think it helps us understand the concept of reincarnation.
Okay.
The physical body is represented by the frame, so it's temporary, it's discarded at death. And then the subtle body, which carries impressions and knowledge. It's like the mirror itself,
I see.
persisting beyond the physical form and then the causal body.
Right.
The source of our individual consciousness is likened to the Mercury backing, which is like the most essential element.
Okay.
It's through the continual evolution of these subtle and causal bodies that the concept of an ascending avatar emerges.
So essentially, each of us, as we journey through multiple lifetimes, accumulating knowledge and experiences, can be considered an ascending avatar.
Precisely. And the source material really emphasizes that the ultimate goal of this journey is joyful living. It's about moving towards a state of complete self-knowledge, recognizing the true nature of our being.
The text does acknowledge that we don't have conscious memories of our past lives. How does it reconcile that with the idea of carrying forward impressions and knowledge?
Yeah, that's a good question. The Gita for joyful living suggests that remembering past lives could actually hinder our progress in the present.
Oh.
It could be like an overwhelming burden preventing us from fully embracing the lessons and opportunities of our current life.
It's like carrying around baggage from previous trips.
Yeah.
Weighing us down instead of allowing us to travel light and be fully present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The focus is on moving forward, continually refining our understanding and striving towards a state of joyful living based on the realization of our true self.
So we've established the concept of an ascending avatar, essentially every individual soul on its evolutionary journey towards self-knowledge. Now, how does the Gita for joyful living define a descending avatar?
Okay, so here's where we encounter like a fascinating contrast.
Right.
A descending avatar is described as God appearing in human form.
Okay.
Their purpose is to guide humanity when our collective actions as ascending avatars create an imbalance that requires intervention.
It's as if humanity, in its collective journey upwards, sometimes needs a guiding light from above to illuminate the path and correct our course.
That's a very apt way to put it, and the source material highlights some key differences between ascending and descending avatars. For instance, descending avatars are not bound by the accumulated impressions from past lives.
That makes sense, considering they are described as a direct manifestation of the divine. Their knowledge would be inherent and unlimited, not a product of gradual accumulation through lifetimes?
Precisely. And this brings us to another crucial distinction. The source material suggests that ascending avatars are, in a sense, victims of illusion. This illusion prevents us from seeing our true nature and the true nature of reality.
This concept of illusion is intriguing. Can you elaborate on what the text says about its nature?
Sure, yeah. The Gita for joyful living doesn't explicitly define the illusion. But it implies that it's a veil that obscures our perception, keeping us bound to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It's through gaining self-knowledge, through recognizing the Atman within, that we break free from this illusion.
So the pursuit of self-knowledge isn't just about accumulating information or intellectual understanding. It's about a fundamental shift in perception. That allows us to see through the illusion and realize our true nature.
And this is where the contrast with descending avatars becomes even more significant. They are not affected by the illusion. In fact, they are described as controllers of it.
So a descending avatar would have a completely different relationship with reality. Compared to an ascending avatar.
Yes.
They would see things as they truly are unclouded by the limitations of our human perception.
Precisely. And their purpose, as mentioned earlier, is to guide humanity towards a path of righteousness, to help restore balance when our collective actions stray too far from Dharma.
It's a fascinating concept to consider, this idea of a divine being appearing in human form to guide us through the maze of illusion and back towards a state of balance and harmony.
And the Gita for Joyful Living suggests that a descending avatar's influence isn't always gentle or subtle. They may provide challenges to those who are acting unrighteously, those who are perpetuating adharma.
It's as if their presence acts as a catalyst, accelerating the consequences of our actions, both positive and negative.
Yes, and this brings us to another intriguing aspect of the source material's perspective. It states that it's neither possible nor necessary to identify avatars definitively.
That seems a bit paradoxical, given all this discussion about their distinct characteristics and roles. Why would it be unnecessary to identify them?
It's a thought-provoking statement that might be pointing us towards the essence of what it means to be an avatar. Whether ascending or descending. It's not about seeking external validation or labeling individuals. It's about recognizing the potential for divinity within each of us, the capacity for growth, wisdom, and compassion that lies at the core of our being.
So the true measure of an avatar, regardless of their origin or purpose, lies in their embodiment of those qualities, not in their outward appearance or actions.
Precisely. And this perspective challenges us to shift our focus from seeking external saviors or putting people on pedestals to cultivating those same qualities within ourselves.
It's about recognizing that the journey towards joyful living, towards self-knowledge and liberation from illusion is an individual one, even as we acknowledge the potential influence and guidance of descending avatars.
Exactly.
This deep dive is already proving to be incredibly insightful.
I'm eager to explore these concepts further.
Yeah, me too. Let's keep going.
And see what